Okay, welcome in, one and all. I'm now going to be reviewing all of Monday's action from the NHL. There were 4 games on tap, so this video shouldn't take too long to review. The first matchup takes place between two division leaders as the Vancouver Canucks went into Madison Square Garden, to take on the New York Rangers. In the first 3 minutes and 38 seconds into that period, Trocheck would get a power play goal, his 11th goal of the season, assisted by Zibanejad and Panarin. Less than a minute after that, JT Miller would tie it up, 4 minutes and 31 seconds to be exact, getting his 19th goal of the season from Pettersson and Besser. 6 minutes and 45 seconds into that frame, Höglander would give the Canucks a 2-1 lead, getting his 11th goal of the season, assisted by Amon and Sam Lafferty. With just 16 seconds to go in the frame, Brock Besser would increase the lead to 3-1, getting his 25th goal of the season from Elias Pettersson and Quinn Hughes. So after 20 minutes, it was 3-1 in favor of the Canucks. In the second period, Anteri Panarin would cut the deficit to 3-2, getting his 26th goal of the season, assisted by Lafreniere. Elias Pettersson would double up the lead to 4-2, getting his 18th goal of the season, assisted by Blucher and Hronek. With just over 3 minutes to go in the frame, 3 minutes and 13 seconds to be exact, Höglander would increase the lead to 5-2, recording his 12th goal of the season, assisted by Sutter and Hronek. After 40 minutes of play, it was 5-2 in favor of the Canucks. In the third, 3 minutes and 36 seconds in that frame, Trocheck would record his second goal of the game, his 12th of the season, assisted by Lafreniere to cut the deficit to 5-3. And then with just a minute and a half remaining in the game, Elias Pettersson would increase the lead to 6-3 at that point, doubling up the score, getting his 19th goal of the season, assisted by Besser and Tyler Myers. So the final score would be 6-3 in favor of Vancouver. So with the victory, the Canucks have improved to 26-11-3, and despite the loss, the Rangers have a similar record, 26-11-2. All right, now we're off to Pennsylvania, where we have the Battle of Pennsylvania, as the Philadelphia Flyers played host to the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I will have the team's logos on the screen right away. All right, let's take a look at the goal scoring summary from this game. So it would open up the scoring for the Penguins just 45 seconds into the game, a power play goal, his 5th goal of the season from Malkin and Gensel. Erik Karlsson would double up the lead 2-0, getting his 7th goal of the year, assisted by Harkins and Jeff Carter, 7 minutes and 37 seconds to be exact. And with just over 5 minutes remaining in the period, Owen Tippett would finally get the Flyers on the board, getting his 13th goal of the season from Zamula and Farabee. And that was a power play goal to note. So after 20 minutes of play, it was 2-1 in favor of the Penguins. Just the one goal to report in the second, and that would come courtesy of the Penguins, as Ruhwedel would get his first goal of the season from Rust and Graves 8 minutes and 7 seconds into that frame. So after 40 minutes of play, it was 3-1 in favor of the Penguins. In the third, Evgeny Malkin would get his 15th goal of the season, assisted by O'Connor, 4 minutes and 29 seconds into that frame, making it 4-1, and that's where we would stand at the end of regulation. So with the victory, the Penguins are now sitting at 20-15-4, and with the loss, the Flyers have a very similar record, 20-14-6. All right, now we're off to the Central Division, where we have the Minnesota Wild, and they're playing host to the Dallas Stars. So I'll have the team's logos up on the screen right away. All right, let's take a look at the goal scoring summary from this particular game. So in the first, Rupe Hintz would kick things off with a short-handed goal, getting his 16th of the season, assisted by Tyler Seguin. In the second period, there was no scoring. We had to jump all the way ahead to the third period. Just a minute and a half into that frame, Seguin would get on the score sheet himself, getting his 15th goal of the year, assisted by Lindell, making it 2-0. 8 minutes and 22 seconds in that frame, Faxa would get his 3rd goal of the season, assisted by Sam Steele, a shorthanded goal as well. So that's 2 shorthanded goals for the Stars in the same game. And then roughly halfway through that period, Robertson would increase the lead to 4-0, getting a power play goal for the Stars. His 14th of the year, like I said, assisted by Ben and Hintz. So they had 3 special teams goals, 2 shorthanded, and 1 power play. So 4-0 would be the final score from Minnesota. With the victory, the Stars have improved to 23, 11, and 5. And with the loss, the Wild still find themselves in the bottom 4 of that division, 17, 18, and 4. All right. And the last game that took place on Monday was in Colorado, where we have the Avalanche, who are currently sitting second in that Central Division, and they played host to the Boston Bruins, who are leading the Atlantic Division. All right. Let's take a look at the goal scoring summary from this game. Brad Marchand would kick the scoring off in the first, getting his 16th of the season from Zacha and Pasternak. 11 minutes and 21 seconds into that frame, or 8 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the frame, if I'm doing the math correctly. A power play goal to note. Speaking of power play goals, Rantanen would tie the game up, getting his 21st of the season from McKinnon and Makar, and that goal happened with 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the frame. So after 20 minutes, we were all tied up at 1. In the second, O'Connor would give the Avalanche a 2-1 lead. No assists were on his score, his 6th of the season, 2 minutes and 23 seconds into that frame. Beecher would tie the game up with 9 minutes and 55 seconds to go, getting his 5th of the season from Heinen and Carlo. With just over 2 minutes remaining, 2 minutes and 4 seconds to be exact, Melinsky would get his second goal of the year from Ryan Johansson, giving the Avalanche a 3-2 lead heading into the third. 5 minutes and 46 seconds into that third period, Brad Marchand would record his second goal of the game, his 17th of the season, assisted by Coyle and Grizzljack. After regulation, we needed some extra time to settle this game. There was no scoring in the overtime, so we have to jump all the way ahead to a shootout where Nichushkin would get the game-winning goal, and the Avalanche would prevail with a 4-3 final. So with that, they have improved to 26, 12, and 3. And like I said, the Bruins, despite the loss, are still leading that Atlantic Division 24, 8, and 7. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. And as always,